Oh wait, this is a horror game? Huh? Wait, what? Hello. Whew. I just finished recording that last video. I'm still like a little nervous, you know? I'm a little shaky. I have a fear of bugs, so sometimes it's like you see something in the corner of your eye, I think, oh, it's a bug. I get nervous. So, yeah, let's continue. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Really? I want to try and talk with her again. Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it?
Are you on?
Skip all that. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
You'll have to slay her before you get it. It's a secret.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Really?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Interesting.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I don't trust you, narrator.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Really?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. Finally continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. Proceed into the cabin. They remove the options, right, that I choose.
Entirely bare.
So
the air is
I try to go down the same path as last time.
Are painted in a fine layer of dust.
I won't have to worry about doing the same path all the way.
Table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
It is my implement.
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Right. I'm entering the basement. I don't want the blade right now.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Really?
Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Yeah.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Hello.
She's beautiful.
She is beautiful.
How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you got something to deal with these chains.
Oh.
Don't do it. If she gets out
haven't.
of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains. We're doing it.
You're only making this more difficult.
I don't care,
Thank
Naruto.
you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
I'm doing the right
You
thing.
walk up to the chains
What's that
binding
face?
the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, I don't.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Oh, thank you! Thank you!
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
What? Is there someone
Is
else?
someone else here?
Try the door?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Huh? Hey, let me
Your
out of here.
shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Huh?
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
No! Return to the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Huh?
Easier for whom?
Yeah.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Doesn't feel like a mess
I
yet.
heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Huh?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Yeah.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not
How'd
sure
that
how
get
it
down
made its way down
here?
here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
No!
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Really? Save the... That's the only option! Save the princess.
Fine.
Ugh.
Against your better
no,
judgment,
no, why are we
you
doing
place the
that? Why are
blade
we doing
against
that?
the ragged,
Why are we doing that?
self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her
No.
to this place. You cut into
No,
her flesh.
no.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
That's so scary.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into
The
the
door's
world.
locked. How are we even gonna get out?
I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps
No.
forward and raises the blade.
No!
Wait, this isn't fair.
No,
you
you
can't
can't
just do that.
You can't do that! No, narrator, you suck!
What are you doing?
What are you doing? No. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Yeah, I know.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
No!
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
Yeah, it's not
She
me.
nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Look at my
Sorry.
lizard hands.
I'll try to be quick.
Wait, what are you
She
doing?
plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Wait, what?
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Really?
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Ugh.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Ah! Okay,
She doesn't know how
stab.
to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your
Okay.
limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Oh.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
Sure.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Okay, I'm liking where this is going. I'm like,
You're on a path
we're in this
in
together.
the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
There's a princess.
You're here to slay her.
No, I'm not.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Deja vu. Maybe. What if I just don't talk with him? Oh, you bastard. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Voice of the smitten.
Our beloved?
Oh, beloved.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
We're gonna try and riz the princess.
So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love.
We are in
The
love.
four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
Who's the four of us? Narrator, voice of smitten, the hero, and the princess. Okay.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Anyway, answer you're gonna give me this time.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened
You
because
didn't listen to
to
me.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yeah.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ.
I beg to
I'm not
differ.
going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
He is a perfect angel.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her.
Princess bad. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us.
Yeah.
We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Okay. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
Only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
People locked her away. Why couldn't they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but
I'm special.
It's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this.
I know I keep on re-clicking on
if that helps.
the explanation, the
way
explore
things are.
options we've seen before. But I'm like curious to see if they'll say something different, or if the other voice will like pitch in something new.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
Really? You're being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
You're hiding something. I know it. That's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Okay. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Okay.
She will lie.
She'll cheat. She'll do anything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I know. I
already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet.
All
Don't
right.
pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed into the cabin. Honey, I'm home.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone
Oh.
walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The
Looks
only
pretty
furniture
nice.
of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I don't want my implement. Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin's different than last time. Push the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Yeah. Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Do I have lizard arms? Am I a lizard or am I a human? My nails have grown out far. I really thought I was a lizard, but I'm not sure.
But there was a mirror a second ago. But
Hmm.
now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Mm-hmm. Okay. This whole cabin is different than last
Very
time.
different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that
I haven't
ridiculous
gotten this music
past
before.
life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Okay. Enter the basement. Hehe.
The door to the basement creaks
Oh.
open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight,
Cool,
but
cool.
it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
What?
A soft
No.
voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Hello, is someone
Her
there?
voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love.
I'm in love.
Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Nah.
You walk down the stairs
Oh, she
and
looks
lock eyes with
different.
the princess.
Is that a new dress?
There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Did you do your hair different?
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you
Oh,
hear that?
I'm back.
She said we're dashing.
We
And she
are
called us a
dashing.
hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain. And you killed us.
And you killed us.
Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Mm-hmm.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never
Yeah.
saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I
Not
shan't
even
let anyone
being.
convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Just do your job. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? No. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Okay. Before we started talking, did the world end? Did you end the world?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Really? Honestly, the world sucks. People are a plague, and I hope you brought a slow and painful ruin to them all. I have no feelings one way or another about the world ending. No? I don't want the world to end. I have no feelings one way or the other.
Honest. I can't believe that the fate of the entire world has been left in the hands of a nihilist. The princess shifts in uncomfortable confusion.
Me too. I don't care.
She wasn't confused for long. If she doesn't care, then clearly she didn't end the world. It would take a great desire for evil to do something so inconceivable.
Inconceivable.
And our dearest has not an ounce of cruelty within her. All is well, and it's high time we rescued our beloved.
We rescued our beloved. Oh, let's see. Kills me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Yeah.
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
For everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
Sure.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect.
She's perfect.
Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Not really. Narrator, are you just in my head?
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Whoa.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You kind of have a point there, narrator. But we're gonna rescue her.
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
What are we gonna do?
If you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to it if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
Oh, hello.
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her.
Why did we do that the first time around?
That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Hmm.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Aw.
The princess
Hello.
jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah.
If only you had a weapon. One slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Yeah.
What do we do now?
Oh, well, you know, we're going to just hang out. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
Oh?
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
What do you want?
Then
I'm
she
scared.
shrugs.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Aw. Okay. I want you to tell me what you want. There must be something you want. Do you want to end the world? I just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later. I don't want to push it. We already asked her. Like, you know? Just want to leave. We can figure out the rest later.
That sounds perfect.
Okay.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
Yeah.
I like to think that you do, actually.
Yeah.
Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
This is the route I've been waiting for this entire time.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs, hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs?
Yeah, what happens?
Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
No.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be
How are you
able to
doing that?
leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Yeah,
Enough
true
with
love.
this true love nonsense. You just
True
let her.
love.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
You think you can open it? I think we can open it if we try together. I think I've got this. Open the door by yourself. I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door. Together.
Together.
Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
Yay!
I told you our love was insurmountable.
Yeah!
You and the princess make your way upstairs and the blade. That's right. There's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No! Take the blade and slay the princess. You're not going to do
You're
that.
enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
I hate you too. Leave me be.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside.
No way! And then you step outside?
Our happy ending at last.
Yay!
We did it. What should we do now?
Why does it sound scary?
Where did everything go?
Where did everything go?
Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Huh?
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
Why does she get cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Hugger! No, no! Don't leave me! No! But you don't get the chance to make that jacket. Nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Why is it
Why
here?
is it here?
Why now?
Why now?
Forrest, you're scared this is the end for you, but it's not the end for— oh, right. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different.
Final.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That don't hurt.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into my reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Why? Why have I unraveled? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Hello! I'm back. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there.
Really?
Do you know what we'll find out there?
No, tell me. Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? Do you want to tell me?
Rhetorical. I am not rhetorical. I have only known these spaces, and I have known flickers of the lives you've brought me, short and violent and full of passion. But all of those flickers end where the long quiet begins. I'm asking you because I cannot know your mind. Do you know what we'll find out there?
No. Trees and stars, and there are people, I think. At least there are supposed to be people. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real? Do you have thoughts on this vessel? Okay. There's trees and stars.
There's a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
Yeah.
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Okay. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I think so, to be honest. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. He does, and when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers. He does, and when I find him, I'm going to kill him. He does, but you're going to keep that to yourself. Oh. He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him. I don't know right now.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough. and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular.
Really?
A final multitude.
Just one more time? If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you? If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
I see. This is the last stage before your completion. I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Okay.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Alrighty. Ah, still scares me. Everything goes dark and you die. Alright. Thanks for joining. Bye-bye.